Carlene, you've been telling us it's not a matter of if, just when and how much rain we're going to get New Year's Eve into New Year's Day.
You are right, and we are talking about very high rain chances, so it is going to happen. Anything that is above about a 50%, when you're talking about tomorrow, it's at a 90 to 100. So we are talking about heavy rain in the forecast. It's going to be rolling in right as we're saying Happy New Year, and then as we go into Sunday morning, that's when things start to taper off a little bit more as we go past daybreak. Taking a look at current temperatures, that's one thing that's not really going to change. We're going to stick around with those 50s and 60s, 60s for daytime highs, 50s when it comes to temperatures, overnight lows into the 50s as well as the low 40s, and that's expected as we go all the way into next week. You have a current temperature of 58 degrees for downtown. That's the same for Chula Vista, 56 degrees for Poway, 40s across the mountains. Wind speeds, those will also be a factor because we're also talking about the wind speeds picking up ahead of the storm system and then with the passage of it. So wind speeds will be picking up, and that will be the case by tomorrow. In the teens right now across the mountains. Gusts expected into the 20s and 30s west of the mountains. Also when we're expecting the heavy rainfall. So that's another factor to consider when you are out there on the roadways for tomorrow. Please be careful. Gusts in the mountains up to about 40 to 50 miles per hour. So we have this area of low pressure that's going to close in on us. This one's different than the last storm system that we had earlier this week that brought much needed rainfall, more than a half an inch, a little bit more than that across much of the county. Now here's the thing, this low is moving closer towards us, so that brings in the instability as well as the thunderstorm activity. So that's what we're dealing with by tomorrow. These rainfall totals are high, and they've actually remained pretty consistent over the past couple of days when it comes to model runs. We're looking at more than an inch for most of the county. This is an atmospheric river event, so typically you get the heaviest of the rainfall, you get the heaviest of the winds picking up. So we're expecting that when comparing it to our last storm system, which is a weakening atmospheric river. So you're looking at potentially an inch for downtown. Also talking about an inch and a half for Poway, getting a little bit less than that for Chula Vista. Upwards of an inch or more across the mountains as well. And even seeing that moisture extend in towards the desert. That low pressure system exits out. We take a little bit of a lull and a break, and that's going to be on Sunday night through Monday morning. Then we have another influx of moisture that looks to move in. That's going to be on Tuesday. And then you're talking about yet another storm system that is set to arrive, and that will be on Thursday. So your 8-day microclimate forecast has rain all the way into next week, just kind of going back and forth with it, and we're sticking around until Thursday.